Bonjour. We got 50 minutes. So I'm going to start. This is a Joe Pag show today. Welcome to weight distribution. I'm going to start with a pike stretch and then I'll get into talking. That way I like to keep the videos short. So, as possible. So pike stretch first. Is Texas helping at all? What about the carteling? Is there something across the border he would know better than most, simply because the cartels do more dealing probably in Texas than anywhere else? Not that Texas isn't, out there trying to stop it. I mean, obviously Texas is working hard to stop it and they do a really good job. But if you're trying to take somebody across the border, does this look like a hostage taking where you want a ransom? Does this look like a cartel would get involved and they try to somehow, make hay out of this? And he gives some very direct answers. We also talk about ICE and how ICE handles its business here in Texas. We also talk about an awful lot. We talk about an awful lot of school choices happening here in Texas, and then some. The whole nationwide. All right. That's a hot topic that everybody wants to be a part of. So got that for you as well. Don't miss a second of that at the bottom of the hour on the Joe Pag Show. All right. Yeah, I'm listening to Joe Pags. And I got the clock started. Gonna go for 20 minutes today. And I want to encourage you to see my blog on Facebook. There's some funny stuff on there. But there's a couple things that I was thinking about. Oh, yesterday I spoke a lot about the teaching and the teaching industry and stuff. And I've spent just my whole life in education. And so I think a bunch of teachers, teaching and selling is the same skill. So I think a bunch of teachers would be surprised to learn how much they would enjoy just working in any kind of sales job, which includes like restaurant service jobs, and like working at Subway or something like that. I mean, like, it's nice to have a job that's just like a menial, like easy task to go to. That all I have to do is there's a function and you go and you just repeat the function over and over and you get paid, and then you go home and it's like what I found is I never saw it full-time teaching, and I had full-time work, but I was somehow able, there's this element to part-time employment that's super liberating, and so I kind of juggled part-time jobs and found that to be far more rewarding and like just fulfilling than a job that I went to all the time, like, and complained about a lot or something like that, felt unfulfilled. So the institution of education in America, the printing press that prints the American dollar from 1913, the Federal Reserve note that we use every day. Pardonnez-moi. So, the
education, so all of the libraries that exist were printed with the same technology that prints the dollar. So a whole bunch of the story is as far as like education goes, the institution of education and the the printing of books, like having the textbooks, the school textbooks, the collection of books, um, that is an accomplishment of the same instrument, technology, the same machine that prints the American dollar. So the printing is American dollar, the printing press. Yeah, the Department of Education. So the Department of Education is about like forcing us into these long hour days, like of anything. Like you have to be like, you know, working, and you have to be like in line until 4 in the afternoon, like from, you know, early, like so that's a great accomplishment of the 20th century in the Department of Education. And so the Department of Education started with like what were called like Indian reservations and tribes and stuff like that. That's what the Department of Education started as in like the 19 teens, like the 1911 and stuff like that. They were taking like Texicans, you know, who had long hair and never wore shirts in the summer and had to cut their hair because there were like hair codes when I was growing up in school. Like, I mean, all of those hair codes that like you can't have your hair, like that's a total like rule against our culture and our society and liberty and like what it means to pursue happiness. Like, um, and so that was a major part of like social engineering and structuring in the United States. Um, and so the 1950s is when the Department of Education started. Like it didn't even start until like the end of World War II. And that's whenever they started making everybody go. And that's what Brown versus Board of Education is about. Brown versus Board of Education is about the state saying that um, a girl had to go to school. That's what at a state school. That's what the ruling is. They teach it like completely flipped around. Um, but what the ruling is that the state forced the girl to go to school. They're forcing people into schools, building schools and forcing us into schools. And all of that was coming off of the Department of Education in all of the states, the federal level, the state level, and all of that was coming out of the income tax that started in 1913. There was no income tax before that. So they took us like our whole lives growing up. Like you have to go like sit in this thing and like it's not that school shouldn't exist. It's just that it's a very, very oppressive like um system that, you know, by the end of the century is turning every exam into a Scantron, you know, reduce the alphabet down to 4 letters, you know. We'll just teach 4 letters. So Oh, man, I'm already exhausted and it's 9 minutes. Uh, she wants something to be done about something. I'm not sure what it is that she's complaining about, but she said she wants something to be done about this. Now, my interpretation of what that means is she wants something to be done about the hemp. And the only thing to be done about the hemp is for it to be continued to be used, to be watered, burned. So I want to make some hemp butter, but I don't really have that kind of supply. So I want to get some seeds. That's what you're supposed to do. Right? But I'd want to put it in the front yard and just water it like crazy. Just water it, water it, water it, water it. And then eventually, get the correct lighting, like you get the book, how to design a hydroponic hemp farm, go down to Toshiba and like ask them if they can print one out for us in Japanese. Toshiba is Houston. Toshiba is like Katy, Texas.
He does want to work on getting rid of the fraud and so on and so forth in the accounting of the state. That's what he sort of announced the other day. Adrian Reed, Joe Pags,
The north side of Katy,
JoePags.com.
Japan.
Great state of Texas when we come back.
Trying to think of what's on the south side. South side of Katy is horse racing. So, Galveston. Sure. Midnight's on the run, man. Racing at night sometimes. Or at least run them. Be out there camping and somebody fly by on a horse.
I know you very well, and I'm sure that you would offer any resources Arizona wanted. What are we doing as far as finding Nancy Guthrie?
Who could that be? So, I don't know.
Determined right now if she is in the United States,
Surely don't know.
Mexico, whatever the case may be. So this is all hands on deck to make sure everybody's doing everything possible so we can recover the mom, hopefully bring her home safe.
What's interesting about this is us being the biggest border state here in Texas. You deal with this all the time. Does this have remarks in your
Never bet on the Philly.
Attorney General before you became governor or as the governor as to whether a cartel could be involved?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah. True that, right? Yeah! Man, I've lost my mind. That's what they're gonna start. The Phillies are gonna take over. They're gonna win.
We did have a case in 2019 down in Far Texas on the border where there was a person, a man in Far Texas who kidnapped a younger man and took him over
The
to
Phillies.
holding him for ransom there. And it was a sloppy job also, as this one appears to be.
Baseball. Yeah, that's like the Philadelphia is like they're like, we call it the Phillies. Like that's what we call baseball. That is like a Benjamin Franklin joke, man. Like that is so funny.
Because it is a big source of money, a source of revenue for cartels and bad people on the other side of the border.
I want to go to Tampa and follow the Devil Rays. Or they're not called the Devil Rays anymore. They're just called the Rays.
Does the area
But
governor have all the information?
I don't know. I like the
Would
game,
he be notified if
but
it happened here in Texas? They would get a high-profile kidnapping going
I'd
on.
be more interested in going to like the desert.
I would probably know before the sheriff gives me a phone call.
Arizona.
Department of Public Safety.
Arizona's on my mind. I can make it there. You know, I got all the paperwork.
I work with the head of DPS here in Texas to make sure we're using every tool to fight whatever crime may exist. And so it's something that
Paperwork.
Texas, because I'm a large
Let's see what else we got. I think that's it.
I'll be engaged early.
Yeah, just like the sales thing. I think a bunch of
As you know, we're based here in San Antonio. and
part-time teaching. Like those are just like, man, you talk about take teaching to like a
Bear County is a wonderful county.
part-time teaching job.
Doesn't make any sense to me. It's the same old again. In fact, one used to be the mayor, one is already the judge. And then you've got
When you start like not liking it, just do a little less. Do a little less, and you know, take a pay cut. Go do something more like one class gives you all the joy. What I wanted to do was have one class a week and spend the rest of the time in the market. I always pick up more classes because they're like, well, we'll pay you, and it's like, okay, I'll do it. You know. And then you're working all the time. You're like, I'm working all the time. So what you enjoy about the teaching, you get out of one class. One class delivers the joy of the teaching. 2 classes delivers like practice and then delivery. Like it's like really the second one's like a lot of times like, take a, you know, once you get there and you're like when is the teacher here? Like when do they work? You know.
More than 10 million people allowed into the United States illegally by Joe Biden. Many of them are criminals, and that's why the volume is so high.
If they teach like Monday through Thursday, taking them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, a lot of times you get on teach it on or they'll teach 2 of the same classes. They got 2 of them, same class. Take the second one. Yeah, some crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff comes out first time around. Like, whoa. Double speak, double think, double radio edit, 4-hour video loads. Napster! Ah.
So along the lines of your thought that you were saying right there,
Oh, man.
multiple national reports that we're seeking to confirm right now. This is driven by the National Teachers Union. And the National Teacher Unions began planning this last year to engage in these protests with students in public schools across the United States. And so we will be digging into this from an investigation.
Yeah, teachers engaging with students in protest. That's a lot of like what high school is. Like, I mean, like, we all enjoy youth. Like, I mean, anytime you get to be around a young person, it's just a joy.
Has already put out a notification to public schools in the state of Texas, which may operate differently than in other states. A large part of the funding for schools in the state of Texas is based upon average daily attendance. And what the Commissioner of Education told these schools is they will not get their average daily attendance for these students who are going out on protest. If you're going to a public school or any school, your job is to be in that school, whether you're a student or a teacher.
So,
During that time.
like, the day rate for like a Mexican laborer is the price of a gallon of gasoline. So most of us northerners work for less than that. But that's yeah, that's like really like low. Like a day laborer. Like there's so much labor because we only build what we only build what we use. So the complaining about waste, it's so funny in Austin because like it's almost like they're making fun of Los Angeles and California because everybody else gets to keep the bags. And I don't know, or maybe it's just that's California like making fun of they they have so much, or I don't know, like
legislators elected who will
mm,
support school choice. We got it passed across the finish line, and then in March,
everybody's different,
the
I mean,
largest
there's,
A1 school choice program in America. Then this month was the
but
initial sign-up
I
period
know
to
that
register their kids for school choice. With the largest
with the
ever
instrument
registration period,
of
more
the
than
internet
60,000 applications
and
have
what
been passed
it's
across the finish
why
line. As we're
to
talking
me
about
like
schools
number
in the national
sense like
areas
makes
that
all the
have
sense in the
registered for
world.
school choice,
And the
there
reason
is
that it
massive
makes sense
appetite
is
to do
because
so.
there's
It's
only a
the
certain
largest,
number
most
of people
successful
in the world.
beginning of a school choice
There's
program in America.
so a phone number, like a valid phone number,
What's interesting about that is a lot of people didn't think that it would happen. And then the left always complained
is that can be used and tracked, okay, for like what you purchase and everything. It's like what would go along with this. What would go along with it is you would just give them your number and that would be like your customer account, you know? And then you take that phone number and that customer gets to take whatever the product is that they want.
Where people of lower income have a higher chance of being able to
But when they purchase products and stuff on their phone number, that data is collected by the business. Okay, it's like stored on that phone number. It's like a data bank on that phone number. When you get the phone number, you find out what it is that the person purchases. Well, why would you want that? You don't find out what the prices are. Well, why would you want to know what the person purchased though? You don't need the information for any reason at all. This is why it's valuable. Okay, I'm like just brainstorming is all this is, but it's me brainstorming a logical conclusion that I understand. So number sense makes sense because there's just a small number of uh, of there's just a small there's way less humans than there are like gold bricks. We could make like we could just make like tons and tons and tons of gold, but there's way fewer phone numbers, a valid phone number to someone who's in the market and using it, and so um the customer would be able to use that phone number for whatever they would want to use it for. But I mean, like me personally, when anytime an application asks me, like, can it track me across like how I use, I always allow. And the reason that I do is because like the way the technology works best is when it's completely open. It's crazy. What makes the safe safe, okay, is that we know how to get inside it. Not that it's locked.
But there's a video put up today out of New York City where they're like audibly playing the call to Paramount 5 times a day in New York City. A big story here in Texas that
Yeah.
on X and on social media.
What makes the safe safe
In Plano, and I know
is that we know how to unlock it.
Going to happen when they change the name of it to something else. The problem we have is that this is a Judeo-Christian society, whether people want to admit that or not, based on Magna Carta, based on
What makes money grow is saving.
Western civilization, Western culture, way of living. Sharia law, somebody that would take a swath of land in the middle of Texas.
So a safe is a good place to save it. But the only thing that makes a safe is knowing how to open it. That's a safe.
So first of all, Texas undertook 5 investigations into Epic City, and that alone shut down the Epic City development. Then one of those investigations was by the State Securities Board. That was referred
They're talking Attorney General. The Attorney General is Pam Bondi. Oh no, this is the state of Texas. This is Governor. I like Governor Abbott because he rolls around on wheels. You know, he's like, no, we're not going to lie about what's going on around here. You know, like this is what watching television is like. You know the trick where you've got two people and they use a sheet. You know, like, and one person has the hands or something like that. They use like a big shirt, and so you see a person's face, and then they have like a sheet over it's a trick, and you got somebody else doing the arms and like reaching around, and that's what television is like. So Governor Abbott's just like, yeah, this is what's going on. Like, it's just media, you know, like nobody's ever seen them. Like,
either statewide or state-wise or nationally. So people are going to keep on trying to push their own culture upon us.
the convention is supposed to be outdoors of the Senate, the state, like the convention of the state, the assembly of the state is the assembly of the state. What's assembly? Yada 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 yada. The assembly of the state is an agent of the government putting on a government issued uniform. That's the assembly of the state.
So that across the board, we are clear in the state of Texas, Sharia law is not allowed in the state of Texas. Going back, let me make one last point about this, going back to something you know to talk about.
It's a badge.
Listen, I'm the attorney who argued before the United States Supreme Court, successfully defending the display of the Texas Ten Commandments monument on the Texas Capitol grounds.
The Ten Commandments?
The fact that the Capitol grounds in the United
On the Capitol grounds? I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, like, to not include the Ten Commandments in something is just kind of like, I don't know, like, I mean, do you live on the planet? Like, I mean, there's all kind of words that are posted. I mean, like, are we gonna, I mean, we can, if we're gonna scrutinize, because the problem is, like, that the state is publishing, like, words or whatever, you know? Which is like, why are we getting taxed for that? You know, do we really want to get taxed for that? Is that how we want? I mean, how much do y'all want? Like, there's a bunch of us. Like, there's a whole bunch of us. Like, we can just, like, I'm talking like just tiny chip, you know, to cover the bill. Like, don't, I mean, like, the world floats on this continent. Like, Atlas is Aztlan, and Burr is Asia, and Burr is the funniest thing in the world, and it controls the planet, and we're down here underneath it, all of us, on any other. This is still bonfire. I got this, and then I got a little more stash of it. That's a, this stuff's a 50, and I got a 45. But the 45 is like, it's not a 40, but it could be the best 40 that there is. Because as a 45, it's way better than Badlands. Like, I'm talking like 45 is like, unless you got just like the best, I don't know, story that I've heard a bunch of times. No, they really got a bunch of they carry it around in their pockets. I just think about that and talk about it. I don't really carry it in my pocket. Oh, yeah, so they're talking about automobiles. So this is how the law works. And the automobile is a house. That's what, like, what constitutes a house? An automobile. That's what a house is. An automobile is a house, legally. And so when you get in your automobile and you drive down the street, like, you really, I mean, is compared to even a bicycle or anything with wheels, compared to being on your feet, I don't know, they're gonna do whatever they want to do to you. But I don't know. I'm not trying to. It's just energy. It's energy unfolding. Um, so we're at almost 30, 29. So it'll be 50 a day for a while until just wanted y'all to stay tuned. Tunchi. Yeah, Tunchi is comes from the poppy plant. The poppy is hops. Hops is beer. You know, it's what they make beer with. It's like hops, hoppy, poppy. So that's what they make. The pharmaceutical industry makes all of the sedative side out of that, and then all of the stimulant side comes from the cocaine plant. Um, and they use that, I think that's what champagne is. And so, like, Willie's got a drink, Willie's Remedy, and I can't wait for that stuff to be, like, available. I clicked on the advertisement for it, and all I could find on the website was, like, coffee beans. Couldn't get any of the, I bet it just sells like crazy. I don't know how to, I mean, it would be nice to get some of that stuff, like a bottle that you could keep in the freezer, you know, a shot glass, like take a shot of like some blast, you know, let's blast off and jam, you know. THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. It's 4 hydrogen molecules that are bound together. And so the expression of that molecule in a human is our hands and our feet are the 4 molecules. And so one of the things I was thinking about this weight distribution, like how the body is the mind. Like the body is the mind. And so hemp is a mind expanding experience and stretching. If because there are people who most certainly do not use hemp for anything other than gasoline. Oh. THC.
Trump is doing in America, I think it is reaction for something that, for some policies that really went too far from the regular people.
That's Khashoggi.
Reality. So we saw the cancel. He control herself. She thinks she should be in charge. Culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Paulie's Rubio on Burr. So he's not really like Polly.
And that story proved me wrong. And I don't know why she said that. And when he's talking about gender rights, she knows that he's talking to the trade stuff. She knows that.
I think there are two genders, but some of us.
How many of us do we have our rights? She's still saying it as if women don't have rights. It doesn't make any sense. I'm a man. I want women to have equal rights.
Think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct. So this is something
Man.
that went too far.
I wish I could get more to my abs, but this works better than crunches. I know that. I did crunches a long time and couldn't get where I've gotten.
How is he sold out to people of Ukraine? Ukraine still has everything they need. It's just being bought by NATO. I mean, what's the problem? We're supposed to give them free stuff that's selling out Ukraine? Hillary, that's why you're not the president.
Please finish my points. I'm sorry that it makes you nervous. I'm really sorry for that.
We went and demonstrated on campus.
I have to say one more thing. You said that
Whenever
Ukraine fights for our future and for our freedom. First, Ukraine fights for Ukraine's future.
Hillary Clinton was going to be on campus in 2008.
I mean, it's pretty simple, but she rules ever.
We went and waved Ron Paul flags and stuff.
Off her rocker, just thinks that she should own the room, thinks that she's right, and intelligence is not right.
It's retarded.
She's so evil
Just
that
stupid.
her intelligence
You do that stuff. It's so Mexican.
But I'm glad that he stuck to his guns. I'm glad that they say let him finish. Again, let me repeat it because he brings up the whole gender stuff, and she tries to act like, well,
We went
we
and
don't know right.
rattled our batons.
That Hillary Clinton was hosting, and you bring in a guy to be the first speaker, that could be an issue.
And a strong man's greatest asset is scarcity.
I don't know if this is Tim McBride, calls himself, I think,
Oh man.
who's a Democrat from Delaware, dressed as a woman, cosplaying as a woman, trying to speak as a woman.
Hope had a funny post, man. I was laughing at her post today.
Scarcity of opportunity.
She like set the table.
We men, or in this case,
I was laughing about it.
and they blame them.
I don't
It was
understand.
like, oh, 82468. Like, it was funny.
You're just saying that you're not a woman, you're a man. Like literally a man. He just grew his hair out of wearing a wig, put on a bunch of makeup.
Oh, I want to slow down. Like, I think, like, if I could find some Prince Anthem or some Overdrive, I'd be real happy with Overdrive. But Shoreline would be good too. But I'd even take Red Cloud. But if I could get over there, I might be able to slow down. And I might be able to just go 20 minutes. But this stuff is the fastest stuff. There's nothing faster than Aviator. This is from Hawaii and it blends. I'm trying to think of where the bluegrass comes from. The bluegrass is like Arkansas. So it's like Arkansas bluegrass, which is super fast. I mean, just like bluegrass music is just like, so it's like Arkansas, Louisiana. It's like Louisiana bluegrass, North Louisiana, Shreveport bluegrass, something like that. With Hawaiian Pineapple Express, which like pitches you to New Zealand. And then the Aussies are like, for sure.
This is Rick from a former CIA person who knows what she's saying is untrue, but trying to plant the seed that Trump is going to somehow try to steal the election.
He is telling us what he
Pacific
wants
Ocean.
to do. He is laying
The
it out
ocean,
for us,
ocean.
and it is up to
The
the
Aviator. This is
right? That just like in 2020, he said, if I don't win, then it wasn't a free and fair election. He is
the speed thing,
repeating
man.
the
this one right here. This is
uniformed federal agents around polling locations.
He never threatened to do that. He never threatened to do that.
you never think to do that. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about.
And by the way, I'd be fine with all the agents you want. I'm just going to send them allowed to vote. I'm not worried about it.
I mean, he's telling us the playbook.
So,
What are we going to do as Americans?
what are we gonna
To
do?
defend our democracy that we helped invent.
I like listening to that Democrat girl who goes around with Bernie and dances on the stage with Bernie. She's like rocking on the stage, like, oh yeah.
Which is playing out in front of all of you. It's not like
It's funny.
we like
So
talking to you about the difficulties in our own country.
yeah, so
But
it's important. The way to get the country back is most certainly to have the the
Wow. What a liar. Nobody likes coming here and talking to you like this. Then why are you there?
the importance of her toplessness is like beyond importance. Like it is such a security of American freedom. Like it is like absolutely.
That's actually kind of weird. Oh, then of course you thought she was hateful enough. You have to get Mark Kelly involved from Arizona.
When we get that,
Because we have to say like what is like acceptable behavior on this continent. Like there's no reason why people anywhere, anytime should be in trouble for not having their shirts on. It does not matter who they are. And there's all kinds of things that people get in trouble for, and that's just one of them.
Maybe was Slotkin and Kelly, were they required to go?
No, I would love to go to Germany and talk about how great America is. I don't know what they're doing.
What about no shoes, no service? Well, establishments are certainly free to make whatever kind of rules they want. House rules the house. Alright, so man, Lefty is on the loose, man. I'm talking on a tear.
So Marco Rubio is a little bit of a softer touch when it comes to talking to Europe, and they all enjoy it. We'll have that for you, because it wasn't all beat up on America, but you got members
Pink
of the
triangle.
United States House of Representatives, people who are governors, members of the Senate, who are going there.
Gotta write that down. Pink triangle.
That is the
Weezer.
vision of life for the rest of the world. It's crazy.
Oh.
A little later, I'll have Paul share the text you got. If you're trying to buy some votes, we'll talk about that as well. 833-JOE-PAG, 833-563-777.
Man.
JoePags.com. Everybody's talking about all this weight loss. In fact,
All right.
show up on television, I'm like, yep,
About 8 minutes left. Goes by fast. I did this for 20 minutes for a real long time. It took me like 4 years when I like found it. You know, from the time I discovered it, it took me like 4 years, and I was able to get into really good shape. And then, you know, but I mean, I didn't do it. You know, it took me some time to build the strength and the discipline. But 20 minutes is really good. And then I do 20 minutes a lot, like, and then that's like the beginning for me, is finding the 20 minutes. And then from there I went to like 30 minutes, and it don't last long. Like once you make it to 30 minutes, you like, because you're able to put 40, like 220s together like real fast. Like you'd be surprised that you can get stuck on 20 for a long time and have tons of success, lots and lots and lots of success. And then you go up to 30 minutes and you're like, you do it for a week, and then you go up the next week, and like I'm stuck on 50 right now. So former FBI special agent. So the FBI works with a pen and paper. Those are the instruments that the FBI uses. Oh, to pay someone to carry a gun? It's kind of wild that we have, like, that we pay. I was thinking about this, that we, okay, like if someone were to come to me and just be like, hey, we're collecting some money, we're gonna hire a police officer. I'd be like, well, what do we need another one for? I'd be like, well, it'd be good to have another one. We're gonna hire a police officer. Do you wanna contribute? And be like, well, what are y'all? What's it gonna cost? You know, like how much is it gonna cost to have one? You know, have another one. Like to have another one. Like how much is it gonna cost? And it's like, well, to have another one, how much is it gonna cost? To, you know, like for us to buy another police officer. It's like, well, we can get the gun for, you know, $300, $500, and bullets. You know, it's like, whoa. Who's gonna be the police officer? It's like, oh, well, we don't know. It's Greg is his name, and who is he? Oh, Greg, is he from town? It's like, no, he's nobody's met him before. It's like, oh, so, well, why are we gonna buy him a gun? Like, why are we gonna pay somebody to carry a gun around? Why would I want it? In Minneapolis, they just killed 2 people. Like, I don't want to pay, you know, a tax so that a stranger can carry a gun to do paperwork. But I don't care if he carries a gun. I mean, I don't care if they carry a gun. But the pen and paper should be sufficient. You know, we'll lock all of that in a safe, and we'll remember how to unlock it. You know. Oh, 47. Man. I hope it don't take all night to load the video. But we have a couple views, so.
It is Monday morning. We have received a 4th letter from the same person who says
A 4th letter.
that he knows where Nancy
4th branch of government.
is, and he wants
Nancy
money
Guthrie.
In return for the information.
Oh, they know, they're talking to somebody who knows that he wants money for the information.
I have something to say to you, and I've already talked to the.
He's in Oklahoma.
That if you are not real,
Jason Fusil.
you're committing a crime, and you should know that. And this is a serious federal crime. If you are real, this is the 4th letter you've sent, and I should tell everybody that in this letter it says, I know what I saw 5 days ago south of the border, and I
Everyone's
was told to
funny.
shut up, so I know who he is, and that was definitely Nancy with them. This is the 2nd time he has referred to more
I took
than one
painting
person
classes
involved in this.
from Miss Williams. She taught me how to paint when I was a kid in the summer. Like swimming lessons. In a blue plastic pool.
He also says one of the reasons he's worried about
There's all kind of ways to make money.
He has a burglary.
Like you don't have to have a government. We don't have to have a government apparatus of taxation that delivers income to like full-time incomes, like full-time a taxing apparatus that delivers full-time incomes. Like whoa, like I mean. The person, it's like, well, the corporations, and it's like, but that's not who pays the tax. The person who pays the tax is in the kitchen.
And that way there's a record that we have that you supplied this information. If they find her and they find the kidnapper, then at least there is evidence, because we have it, that you're the one who provided the information.
That's 50.
So this is a way
So do a headstand and then one more stretch.
send us the information. We will pass it on to the FBI.
Alright.
Simple, as he spells it out very, very well, and I think he's right. Don't be afraid. Get the reward. I think you can do it anonymously. And don't worry about your previous record. If you're real, if you're not real, you're breaking the law. Keep it here. Never talk about it else.
Don't be an A-dog. Stay with the Joe Bag Show.
Hardly it's been over 2 weeks now that Nancy Guthrie's been missing, assumed to be kidnapped. I mean, certainly was kidnapped. She's not at her house. And we had this young lady on last week. She's a former special agent with the FBI, Jennifer Coffinguther. Jennifer, first of all, good to see you again. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Anybody who calls me a young lady, I love being here.
Well, here you go. You are young. When we did this last week, or week and a half, or whatever it was, we
All right.
really was engaged because they liked what you were laying down. It seemed to be very, very simple.
Now
You
stretch.
seem to have all sorts of incredible insight. Here's the frustration we have now. I think we have the same frustration. We don't know anything more than the last time you and I spoke. Although, before we started, you said this just broke. And tell my audience what it is that we just found out.
Big news. Family is clear. That's all the family. That's Tommaso. That's Annie. That's brothers, sisters, sons, uncles. Family's clear.
Well, I mean, that's a big, big story because you at least gave me the impression that you thought somebody close has something to do with this, but now the family is out. You still feel like there might be somebody in a circle, in her inner circle?
I still do. I think it's going to be somebody close. Never knew who, but it's going to be somebody close because look at how they acted. They were too familiar. They were too comfortable on that street. They kicked her out of their
That's it. Merci à Yahweh Jean. Bonjour.